We're going to fight this team. We're going to pick a fight and set the tone from the onset of the game. I like our fans at the end of the game to be proud and say, okay, all right, here we go. That's what we're used to. That's our Tigers in style of play. I don't know what the outcome will be. Here's what I can tell you, though. We're going to pick a fight, all right? We're going to talk with our helmets and our shoulder pads in the right way, in the way that Tigers play.
Frank Wilson was a guest with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn on Off the Bench Wednesday morning. And, you know, you hear often the phrase interim bump, and that's kind of why. Listen, when there's an interim coach, generally the reason there's an interim coach is because things went badly, right? I mean, you came into the season with championship aspirations. You were preseason top 10. You had the number one portal class. You spent nearly $20 million on this roster. You beat Clemson. You gotten all the way up to number 3 in the country. You were on everybody's radar. I was looking at some odds earlier today. After week 1, LSU had a 68% chance of making the playoff. Not winning the championship, but it is a great upset that you are not in that conversation right now. Along with teams like Miami and Penn State, other teams at Clemson that were there in that conversation at the beginning of the season that no longer are front and center in that conversation. So things have gone badly. So you get an interim coach, generally it's a chance to reset, where instead of getting mired in what was wrong and what has been ailing your team throughout the course of this season, it is a sort of a line of demarcation to say what happened. Now let's just play the next 4 games. Go have fun and see what happens. It feels like the start of a new season. It is a new beginning. And a lot of times you have corny motivational tactics. And yeah, they're corny. But if you get buy-in, that's all that matters. You and I can think it's silly. But if the guys think it matters, that's all that matters. And so Frank Wilson has this thing that he's calling the all-in drum that he explained on the teleconference today.
You know, it's something I learned years ago from Pete Carroll, and over the years I have continued to carry with us since probably 2005, and it representing the drum being the heartbeat of the football team and making clear understanding and distinction that when the football goes into play, the game starts. At the end of the game, the referee will hoist the ball above his shoulders, indicating the game is over. So for our special teams unit, they breathe life into the game. And so being a tone setter, whether it's the kickoff return team, the kickoff coverage team, is pivotal to us to be able to start fast and breathe life into the game. And so I wanted to bring that symbolism, if you will, of the heartbeat, so we could charge our special teams, we could charge our team, that when the ball goes in play, life has been injected into us, and we use the drum to be symbolic of that.
I mean, got the drum, got the heartbeat, got the Pete Carroll references. All he's got to do is break out the binder, and we are right back into 2016. I mean, we just hopped into that DeLorean, cranked that thing up to 88 miles an hour. We are right back in 2016 right now. For what it's worth, Trey'Dez Green, he loves the all-in drum.
So it's like the heartbeat. So right before special teams, they symbolize the heartbeat. They beat do-do, 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 and they get faster and faster and faster and faster. And then the special teams coordinator come in and special teams, ready. It's great. It gets us pumped. It gets us hyped.
Get some hype. Whit Weeks, speaking with reporters, asked about the vibe. What's the vibe like this week with Frank Wilson out there?
I think it's been good. I think he's doing a great job bringing the guys together, really keeping us together, and bringing energy every day for us. So we're still one team, and I still feel like we're all together. So it's been good.
He wanted to say one heartbeat so bad. We're one team. Why he wanted to say it so bad. Braylon Moore, he likes Frank Wilson's style.
Yeah, he's very calm and collected, but fiery at the same time. Like he'll come in here and talk and just be real smooth, and then all of a sudden he's firing, he's screaming, and it just wakes everyone up. I think we need that, and incorporating different things to just kind of bring up the energy and kind of change it a little bit, and I really loved it.
Okay. So a lot of that now is pretty obvious, right? Frank Wilson, who is a great communicator, a great motivator, a great relationship builder. It's why he's been an awesome recruiter. This is the situation where he thrives. Not that dissimilar from Ed Ogeron. Like those commonalities, right? Those similarities in their personality are why they're great in these situations. Amid chaos, you can get people to believe. Ed was great at that. Frank is great at that. Is it going to net results on Saturday against Alabama? We'll see. I don't know. LSU's going to have to play a heck of a lot better. But one of the things that they're going to have to do clearly, and that Frank Wilson has talked about, is being physical. On Monday, when Frank Wilson met with reporters, said Blake Baker came up to him and said he needs a physical run period in practice to simulate that for the defense. Well, in that interview with Off the Bench on Wednesdays, number 3, Frank Wilson talked about the physicality. Remember, Frank said to Blake Baker, he's like, you want a physicality in practice? You got it. Well, that was Tuesday's practice. How'd it go?
They embraced it. Certainly, it was controlled. We didn't take people to the ground. But in the trenches, in that box, in spaces, there's opportunity to be sincere with contact. As we say, kiss him with your face mask. Uncoil your hips. All right, you fit him and let him run. And so it was thud, but it was one that our kids enjoyed, had fun in doing so. And you know what? We can do that. We can block that. We can run that. We can fit that at warp speed. And so we challenged our team to do so, and they responded in a very positive manner.
Kiss him with your face mask. Kiss him with your face mask. Yeah. And one more. This was Braylon Moore, if you want the other side. This was the offense. This is Braylon Moore on the offensive side talking about the physicality practice.
I would just say there's a big point of emphasis on playing physical and running the ball. Everything starts at the line of scrimmage and the run game. If we can run the ball, it opens everything else up. Our offense has been the most successful when we're able to run the ball. We need to do that.
It's not a surprise. It's not a secret. It's like, I'm an idiot. I'm just a 43-year-old bald guy who 25 years ago played offensive line in high school. No glory days here whatsoever. You got 2 NFL players that sit in these chairs in the morning. Everyone is smarter than me. Everyone. I'm not smart. I know you have to run the football. Like, it's very obvious. It's very obvious. Your offensive line can't protect your quarterback. It's affected your quarterback's ability to be accurate and let things develop down the field. It's not been that you can't run the football. It's been that you won't run the football. LSU has 225 rushing attempts on the season. That's near the bottom of the country in attempts. You have to be willing to try. You can't go to Ole Miss and have rushing attempts on consecutive plays twice the whole game. You can't have 1 rushing attempt by a running back in the entire first half. Like, you can't do that and have success. You can't have Harlem Berry average 7 yards a carry in the first half against A&M, give him the ball in the first play of the third quarter, then he never touches it again. Like, that is not a winning formula. Like, again, I'm an idiot, and I know that. Now, the change you have energy and buy-in. You have physicality in practice. And you have a head coach who is the running backs coach and a play caller that is an offensive lineman that is going to focus on running the ball. I will tell you there is one thing I am certain of Saturday. One thing. I have no idea how the LSU may lose 42-7. I have no idea how the game is going to play out. Nuss may get sacked 7 times. The defense, Ty Simpson may run for 100 yards in this game. He's run for 70 yards all season. He may run for 100 in this game. I don't know. I have no one may guard Ryan Williams or it could be a disaster. I have no idea how the game's going to go. One thing that I am certain of is that when the game is over and we look at the box score, you will look at the rushing attempts on the season, and the percentage of rushing attempts is going to be the highest it's been all year. It has to be. It's the single biggest, most obvious change that the people running this thing now will make, as opposed to Joe Sloan calling plays prior with Brian Kelly as the head coach. They are just going to commit to running the football. And it may not work. They may get stuffed. They may run for 1.2 yards a carry. They may get run out of Brian Dennehy Stadium. I don't know. But it's evident. Like, they're telling you they're going to run the football. Frank Wilson saying, we're going to pick a fight with our helmets and shoulder pads. Physicality in practice. The all-in drum. I mean, he's pulling out all the stops. Said 2 weeks, try to get healthy, get dudes out there, and get rolling. One team, one heartbeat. Let's go. Love me some interim man. I didn't love full-time man. Love me some interim man. Go interim, Frank. See what you got. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.